Now, once again, here's Charlie Gilmore with more of South of Boston, a weekly presentation of Today's Easy 99.1.
We're back with South of Boston. I'm Charlie Gilmore, and I'm here with Michael McMahon and Marissa Pacheco from Hill and Partners. They're a B2B brand environment firm based in Weymouth, but your business is national, okay, and international. And we were talking about what you guys do generally at trade shows for large companies. And if anyone was out there wanted to get in touch with you, Marissa, how would they do that?
Well, good question. We just recently relaunched our website yesterday, hillpartners.com, and we have a big LinkedIn initiative going for our company page where you can see all sorts of case studies and photography of all of our events for all of our clients and learn a little bit more about us and what we bring to the table. Okay,
Marissa, LinkedIn is like a real buzzword these days. Mm-hmm. So, first of all, if I were to go to LinkedIn, how would I find you?
Just search Hill and Partners into the search field and we'll pop right up.
You'll pop right up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, how are you guys utilizing LinkedIn? Is it strictly looking for new customers, or do you work with your clients on the LinkedIn also?
Oh, absolutely. No, I think it came from the client side, just developing our relationships with our current and past clients, as well as old and new employees. We looked at it first and foremost from a culture standpoint, but do realize the effect it has on prospects out there. We've got our own company page up. Everyone from Hill and Partners is linked in with that, and then you can see all of our employees and all of their skill sets that they offer to the marketplace.
Oh, so if I'm listening to this show and I'm driving a car and I'm like, all right, these Hill and Partners guys, it's kind of interesting because I need your assistance. So my first look at you to kick the tire to meet you is to go to LinkedIn.
I would absolutely first go to LinkedIn. It's a little mini, our company page is a mini website. You'll see all the latest projects that we're going, our latest posts, what we're doing right now. It will be there. So
I literally can kind of like pull up the covers and peek in and see inside your company who the employees are, what their real backgrounds are, and who your existing client base is, and who you're working, what you're doing with them.
It's completely transparent, so you will see everything. You'll get to know our people and understand why our clients love working with us.
That's interesting. And then also, I mean, because people recommend on LinkedIn, so I might say, oh, that is Bill Jones from such and such corporation. I know him. I'll give him a call or I'll send him an email, find out if he's worked with you guys, how he liked it, the experience. Right?
Absolutely. And I think the reason for the transparency is something we learned about 5 or 6 years ago, is that transparency about who we are and what we do often attracts the kind of people that would like to work with us.
Right.
And it's really interesting. So instead of a lot of blurbology and a lot of smoke and mirrors, really we just put it out there, and we've been very successful finding like-minded customers.
Okay, now on the other perspective, from your customer's perspective, how are you taking LinkedIn and saying, look, this company needs to be involving LinkedIn, and this is probably one of the processes you should be involving in that. Do you use that in your day-to-day with your clients now? I
actually think mostly it's our own behavior. I mean, when you're in a company like ours that actually sits at the table and consults with another organization, right, we really have to practice what we preach. And that's primarily what Marissa's role is in our organization. She markets our organization, but she's really right out there for our own clients to look at. And how well you do it is a validator for your organization.
Correct.
And she does a phenomenal job of that.
And they can see how well you guys are utilizing LinkedIn. They might be coming to themselves and saying, we need to be doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, actually, I was just down in Marco Island, Florida last week for our annual association meeting, the Exhibit Designers and Producers Association. And the most common statement said to me and my counterpart who came along is, you guys are amazing at communicating what your company does. We see you everywhere.
Right.
And really that's a testament to sort of working at it every single day, right? And that's what Marissa does and her team. And then what's happened as a byproduct is we bring that to our own customers.
All right. That's very interesting. So if one of our listeners wants to get in touch with them, you can go to the website, which is hillpartners.com. You can go to LinkedIn and just do a search for Hill Partners, and up you will come, and you'll get to see everybody and everything that you're up to.
Right. If you Google us, we'll pop up right in LinkedIn, Facebook. Everything will be right there.
Okay, it's fascinating. All right, now one of the things we were talking about was how you are all about your client's brand, and there's companies out there that really utilize their brand, and they're almost marketing companies that sell a product. And then there's the reverse. There's companies that have a great product and they have a brand, but they have no concept of how to utilize that brand. And this is one of the things that you're really doing for these companies.
Yes, I think most organizations, we're this big consumer society we're in, so a lot of people emulate the real high performers in the marketplace. Huge organizations that have a product, but they're really exceptional at marketing, soft drink producers, that kind of thing. What we have found in dealing with our own customers is, we have our own feeling about authenticity. And so we believe whatever you're really presenting as your brand should be authentic throughout. And what we found in our travels is there was often a disconnect between what was being presented in the marketplace as the brand and how they were living in their own quarters. So that's how Hill & Partners sort of expanded our idea of the branded environment as an exhibit to the branded environment as the experience. And we really don't care where the experience takes place.
Okay, so in the first half, we were talking about the experience being at a trade show. But now what you're saying is the company has an obligation to carry that brand forward to its physical office space, right? It's very important that when someone walks in or even drives by that office space, that building, that home office, that the brand is reaching out to them and representing that company, okay? And what do you guys do for that type of experience? So do you work with them as far as, physically when you walk in the door of their office space? Have you helped design the experience that's going to first greet them?
Yes, we have. And it's the interesting thing there is it's often a surprise. It's often a surprise when someone in our group says, hey, we've had a lot of great discussion today. How about doing that right here? And they look around the room and a light bulb goes off. And really your greatest advocates for your brand are either people that an organization pays to speak about that brand,
right,
or it's the people who live and work with the brand or use the brand. So if it starts at home, you have an exponential result. So for us, it extends its facilities, commercial facilities, certainly retail. We do some stuff. Also press events, sales meetings, anywhere where the organization is communicating something to people that matter to that organization. We feel that brand should be ever present, not overbearing, but we're all really almost taught nowadays in our environment to see the things that don't match. That don't. So what we try to do is eliminate distraction from the brand,
right, and be consistent with the brand throughout the whole process of the marketing, of the facility, of everything.
Yeah, and the magic dust in retail is the image, the photography, right? That's how you can communicate. An image is worth 1,000 words, they say, right? So we believe that's an important part of it, but really every aspect of the 3D or branded dimensional environment is important. The seats you sit on, how close you sit, who's in the room, what you're talking about, and then what's there to support it.
Right, and what's the look and feel of that room. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because there's really two types of business out there. Okay, there is the business that has created a product and has phenomenal growth. And guess what? They don't really care about their brand. They just grow because they got the hot product. Okay? But a more mature business who is competing and doesn't have that hot product, which all companies will eventually grow into, really need that branding. Okay? So that when a consumer or even another businessman makes a mental decision or has an image in their head or has a need, they immediately think of your brand. Okay?
Yes, and what I love about what you just said is, and all companies who aspire will eventually grow into.
Yes.
One of our positions related to brand and where you're going is live it and be it now. So no matter what the size of the company is, if you understand that brand is going to be a part of the value of your organization going forward, live it and breathe it now. And there's ways to do it. So it's
in the point being, the sooner you do that, okay, almost with creation of the company, brand, okay, has to be established. And as you're saying, live it, live it, live it. Okay, and it's like so important, because initially you don't have to pay attention to brand. You think, because I have this hot product, whatever widget you're selling, but really, if you brand it, and ultimately at the end of the day in the product life cycle, okay, your brand will be selling, not the product.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there's much less work there. It's not heavy lifting. And I think for us, a few years back, we did a video within our organization, and one of my intentions was to do something like this, do something we haven't done. And one of our people, when they were being interviewed, said, it's kind of like our people become your people.
Right.
And really, that's sort of, we just grabbed that, and that was a great set of words for our brand. And in that place where people want to live it today, a lot of times they don't have resources. So that's where our organization can come in. Our people become your people.
Right. And so by providing the resources, what you're saying is, if graphics need to be done, you know where to get it. You know where to get the materials, and once the concept is laid out, okay, then it kind of falls into your people to make it a reality, right?
Yeah, we do everything from soup to nuts. So we conceptualize the idea, we design the idea, we fabricate it, do all of the graphics, production, shipping, installation, during the show, dismantle, all of it.
So you really take the whole headache,
right,
of the presentation at the show or in the office place, wherever it's going to be. You take the whole headache away from them and allow them to do what they do, their job, their business.
Right.
Okay?
A marketing manager might have a task of 20 things to do, and if they partner with us, they really only have one thing to do.
Okay. So that's what you're really bringing to the table is, hey, give me the headache. It's not a headache to me, because this is what we do.
Oh.
Okay. This is Hill and Partners. I'm speaking with Michael McMahon and Marissa Pacheco. If you would like to get in touch with them, just go to their website, hillandpartners.com.
Hillpartners.com.
Okay. Or, as we were discussing.
Yeah, search us on LinkedIn.
Okay. And that's it. All right. It's been a great show. Thank you very much. Michael and Marissa, thank you so much for coming. It's been fascinating. It's a great learning experience. And come back sometime soon so we can continue our conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is South of Boston on today's Easy 99.1. We'll be back next week at 6:30 a.m. Have a great day.
South of Boston, presented weekly at this time on today's Easy 99.1.